70% of sexual assault victims on college campuses do not report the assault.
Hey guys, it's Fleccas. This week we're at the Women's March in downtown LA. I got my pink vest on. It's a woman's 3X, so I'm feeling pretty slim. My preferred pronouns are he and his, and my preferred adjectives are skinny and cute. Let's see what's going on. What does your sign say?
It says, topple the dictator, with a KKK at between the C and the T in dictator.
Ooh, I like what you did there. What brings you out here today?
I don't know. My mom dragged me here.
I mean, it's just bull that women still don't get paid the same amount as men.
What about the people that say that that's because of life choices, it's because of majors, it's because of time off for raising kids, it's because, you know, more hours worked for the men? There's like kind of like not a debunking, but they've kind of gone against that wage gap theory.
I haven't read about that, so I'm not going to comment.
What brings you out here today?
I'm a spiritualist. I'm a type of a native spiritualist called a stone mover. A stone mover is kind of extinct, almost extinct. There's very few of us left. But you give me your prayer pebble once a year. You give me a prayer stone or a prayer pebble, a little prayer pebble. And my job is to deliver to the wilderness.
Why is Trump a dictator, and why does he need to get toppled?
Well, he obviously wants more power than the presidency is given every day in there. And the reason why the KKK is there is Dad was arrested at a KKK rally.
I thought that wasn't true.
I believe it's true, and he definitely illegally kept blacks out of the apartment buildings and things.
But didn't he settle that out of court and wasn't found guilty? Didn't he settle that out of court and wasn't found guilty?
Didn't hear that.
Oh. All right, bye. I know a few years ago there's a lot of the pink pussy hats, they're called. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen as many of those. What happened to those?
A lot of people got upset because not all are pink.
Oh, interesting.
And I agree. I never owned one.
You think it is kind of exclusionary?
Yes, I do.
Who does it leave out, and who's not really invited in when people wear those types of hats?
Well, it leaves out, any person of color, and it leaves out trans women.
Women with penises.
Correct.
That makes sense. What's the goal with the sign? What do you want to tell people to do?
To stop fetishizing, where should she go? Fetishizing Asians, because people just have yellow fever, and that's not a thing.
So
and
you're
it's just
calling for kind of
stop
Asians date Asians, whites date whites, blacks date blacks.
Or just kind of, but more stop looking at us, stop looking at Asian women as objects, and stop fetishizing us because we're not
What if a guy likes an Asian person and wants to date them?
End anime.
Rip.
I think that was about ending anime.
I think she's a groiper.
Just don't judge, Just because of looks, that people judge. It's not fair.
I agree with you. As a person of size as well, it's I want to be judged for that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. We're with my friend Josh. Ran into him here. He's been wandering around. What have you seen? What's some good action you ran into?
I saw some kids cursing Donald Trump. That's good parenting. I think these people are a lost cause. I more and more, I want to just move out of California.
I'm in the same boat. I think I'm going to get out of here. I might move to Dallas next year. I think I'm done with California.
It seems like a good idea. You could come here, you could fly out here for these special things because it's your business. But other than that, there's not much keeping me here.
Yeah, the only thing keeping me here is the insane people I want to put on my videos. It's the I didn't vote guy.
Donald Trump is a fascist, and he needs to be removed at the soonest possible time. Because in the name of humanity, what it will mean if he's allowed to stay in power.
Who'd you vote for?
I didn't vote.
The lady before was saying, as Gavin Newsom says, as California goes, the rest of the country will follow. Because the state's covered in shit and needles and on fire. What are they talking about? All right, we're here with Isabel Brown. Is that your last name?
That is my last name.
See, I got that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Isabel, what brings you out here today?
I am doing some work with PragerU today, filming a woman on the street video, as I've been educated to say, just to see what people think about the Women's March and if anything has changed since the first time they marched.
Interesting. And has anything changed since the first time they marched?
Most people have broken down in tears saying, no, nothing has changed, which begs the question, why is a march like this so important?
It's very sad for them. It's the Mike Pence is calling for attacks against gays guy.
He's calling for attacks against gays and homosexuals. The whole regime has got to go.
Attacks against gays? What? I've not heard about that.
That's good.
She's a child, though. Wow, what good action here at the Women's March. Do you guys like Fleccas Talks and want more Fleccas Talks action? Well, do I have an offer for you? Fleccas Talks, the show. It exists on Patreon and then the YouTube join. There's a join button next to the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. If you click that and pay the monthly subscription, you'll get access to Fleccas Talks, the show, the weekly talk show. You'll get some extended cuts, you'll get some live streams, and a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes good action. Check it out. You're gonna love it. Support me. I've been getting crushed on YouTube. Demonetized all my videos recently. I've been demonetized, and I'm just having a hard time making some YouTube revenue. But if you guys support me on Patreon and YouTube subscribe, I'll be able to make some of that money back, and you'll get some good content that you can't live without. Check it out. Thank you guys for supporting Fleccas Talks.
I like Joe Biden for many reasons, I guess. I don't know.
What are some of the reasons you do like him?
He's been vice president for 8 years. I think that he has the most experience out of every candidate, and he seems like a good leader that our country needs.
Do you think when he was vice president, he was involved in some shady business with Burisma and Ukraine?
I have no idea, to be quite honest. I'm not that big into politics. I'm going to be straight honest with you.
Do you like Trump at all?
No.
Why not?
Because he's not a good role model for our country, and, you know, he's a shady guy.
But there are some other presidents in history that aren't the best role models, right? My thing is, I don't think Trump is that bad. I'm trying to convince people Trump's not that bad.
Okay.
Global warming is global.
It feels pretty nice to me out here. It's like 72 and sunny. I don't know about global warming, ma'am. Weather seems fine to me. Some of the things Trump's done that you don't want to see any more of that you think are bad.
You're exposing me here.
Hey, I'm telling you,
I don't know
I'm not trying to.
much.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not trying to expose you. I'm not trying to expose you. I'm not trying to make this a gotcha video. I will tell you that Trump is not as bad as the media says. The media wants us divided. They want us to think that everyone's a Nazi or everyone's great, and you have to pick your sides. I'm telling you, Trump's not that bad. He's done really good things for the environment, the government in general. You know, taking down federal jobs. He's draining the swamp. Economy's getting better. There's a lot of things that are doing a lot better because of Trump that we didn't have before. So I'm just telling you, I know you're not big into politics, but I would look into it, check it out. There are some good things, and you might be surprised. Trump's not that bad.
I'll check it out, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I do follow him just for the memes. He's
funny.
He's a character, to say the least.
Hell yeah. Very cool. Thank you, dude.
Have price, guys. Have price. Have price.
You know, sex should be talked about first in the family, you know? I don't think that we should be expecting teachers really to go too deep into, like, sexual intercourse and maybe the repercussions you might have psychologically or emotionally, whatever it might be. So I think that conversation definitely needs to happen at home first.
Did you see the new California education?
Yeah, it's like blood play.
Yeah.
Like kink.
So it's 8th graders, and their curriculum for sex ed includes anal, bondage, fetishes, and blood play.
Yeah, that is...
Blood play. I'm 30 years old. I never heard of that. Satanic. Hot take. Will, it's got new glasses.
It's a very exciting day for all of us.
Well, right now, 19 states are trying to overturn Roe versus Wade, and that actually is a matter of life and death for a lot of women if they're forced to have a baby that will kill them. So it's a choice between an unborn life and a woman's life. And these crazy people say, oh, take the baby, forget about the woman. It's really horrible.
So you're pro-life? Is that what you meant?
Pro-choice.
Oh, okay.
I'm pro-life for the woman.
Okay, because I heard you say it's about life and death, but do you see that overturning Roe v. Wade would protect the unborn and save life eventually?
No, it doesn't protect the woman. It's the woman who's having the baby. I'm pro-life for everybody. I'm pro-choice for everybody, too.
Interesting.
I feel like fetuses and babies are different things, though. That's why they have different names.
When do you consider it a baby?
When it's outside of the mother and alive.
So the day before the baby's born, the mother's water breaks, the baby's still inside, she can get an abortion at that point? No, it's hypothetical and stupid, but...
Sure. I mean, if that's what circumstances required for her, then why not?
Oh, I disagree. It's okay if we disagree. Hallelujah at the abortion march. Yikes.
have a baby, you go ahead.
But when do you think it becomes a baby? When do you think, should there be a cutoff at all, or is it a woman's right to choose?
It's a woman's right to choose.
All the way at any point?
Yeah.
I am unapologetically pro-life, which is basically it's a stance that I built upon as my life as a scientist, really. I was pre-med in undergrad, and I'm now in graduate school at Georgetown University studying science policy. And when you take a semester-long physiology course and you learn about all of the miracles that have to happen from the moment of conception all the way up until birth, it's really hard to draw a line in the sand between what is a human being and what is not. So for me, life begins at conception. And if we're really about equality and if we're really about loving all people, which I like to think that I am in my own life, we should be standing for the rights of all people, including the unborn.
Look at that. That's a little baby.
Sure.
That's 6 weeks.
Don't think that's 6 weeks.
It is.
Great.
So you think that's okay to kill that thing?
Look, if they take it out of the mother and it survives, let it take its chances with the foster care system, which again I think should be far more funded than it is.
I feel like it's not my choice. I mean, I'm a former foster kid, so I get not having a parent there or parents. So for me, it's not my choice. I know what I would do in that situation, but it's not for me to push that on someone else. And I don't want someone pushing it on me. I could do what I want to do and what I choose what's right. And that's part of, what's great about being American, that we have so many choices and freedoms. So we can't really start taking those away, because then it wouldn't be an American society. Yeah.
But as a foster kid, you could have easily got aborted in situations like that.
Yes, and that was definitely a conversation, for sure.
Are you glad you didn't?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, but if I did, whatever.
People have a right to choose their own destiny. No one can tell me what to do with my body, myself, my thoughts. Same with women, same with anybody else. Same with LGBT.
Do you think as men, and as men as leaders in society, there's like an obligation to stand up for the murdering of the unborn and the sacrificing of the unborn ritualistically to the devil?
Say that again?
Today I've noticed a very stark difference between the pro-life and the pro-choice communities, especially speaking to pro-choice women. There tends to be a very derogatory attitude towards pro-life women. I've been told I'm not a real woman, that pro-life women don't understand what it means to have a uterus. That's the farthest thing from the truth. It's absolutely ridiculous.
When it comes to abortion, how many abortions do you think happen a year?
I have no idea.
I think it's like 1 million.
Yeah, I have no idea.
There tends to be this movement towards my life is all about me and it's not about the people around me. There's something so empowering when you take your life into your own hands and you realize that your life affects the other people around you, whether that's a child that you'll eventually have, your significant other, or your family and community. And I think that the more we progress into this Women's March ideology, the more isolationist we become as individuals, and we fail to consider how we can serve our community around us.
Absolutely. That's a very tight soundbite. I appreciate that. I have that outfit.
Ultimately, I think we all need to come together as one country. We're never going to agree on everything. We never have since the foundation of our country. But once we understand that we have a lot more in common than we have apart, that's when we can start to heal some of the divide that we've seen in the last few years.
Absolutely. And the divides come from the media a lot of times. I'm trying to convince people here as well. Trump's not that bad.
No.
He's not your enemy. He's trying to kill us. He's actually doing a pretty good job.
And similarly, Trump supporters are not trying to kill you, or they're not that bad. They're not evil. They're not your enemy. They're your community.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Isabel, thank you for talking to me. Make sure you guys follow her. All right, we're here with Kez from Krocs On. Kez, how was your day?
Really good day, very successful, some great interviews.
Awesome. We're going to cut to it and check out what she got. This is a Fleccas Talks Krocs On collab.
What are some rights that us girls are still fighting for to have today?
Equal pay is a big one. Representation, especially in government, also a big one. That's not legal, but it's cultural.
Right.
And yeah, definitely just lowering the wage gap, I feel like, would be the huge step.
How do you think we can lower the wage gap?
Legal mandates would be a fast way to do it.
So like making it illegal to pay a woman less than a man?
Yeah.
Don't we already have that?
I'm pretty sure we do. It's just about enforcement. Although, I don't really know.
Do you feel like men generally objectify women and view them as sex objects?
Well, I consider myself heterosexual, and I'm attracted to women. Like you're very beautiful, I think.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Kezia.
Kezia. I'm Larry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Larry. So, okay, so sorry, you just threw me off there for a second.
Okay.
So you think personality, men and women are exactly the same?
Biologically, yeah, but...
Have you ever dated a woman?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, you know what you're saying.
But yeah, Okay. You're right.
I think that all the U.S. senators ought to vote yes.
Okay.
I think they should vote yes, and if they don't, we can put them to the guillotine.
What do you mean?
The guillotine, you know what that is?
Like the guillotine?
Yeah,
like
chop off their head. Exactly.
Wait, Trump gets his head chopped off, or the senators that voted no?
Yeah, I think Trump ought to get his head chopped off, and all the senators who vote no, too, yeah.
Wow. Are you saying that metaphorically or like genuinely?
We have guillotines. We can put one on the steps of the Capitol at Washington, D.C., and we can give the senators a choice. We can say you can vote yes on removal, or you can vote no and face the guillotine.
How do you feel about abortion?
I disagree with abortion. I'm a Christian, and a baby that's in the womb is God's creation, so a woman should not have an abortion.
Just a few moments ago, you were saying that you literally wanted to kill a human being, Trump and the senators, but then you're saying a baby is life, and you're a Christian and you believe that all life is sacred and you shouldn't kill life. How does that work?
Well, these greedy politicians need to die because they're so evil.
All right, guys, that is it for this video. Make sure you check out the link in the bio to see my full video with a ton more interviews. And if you liked this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you at the next one.
All right, another Fleccas Talks in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out shopfleccas.com for your merch needs. We have 2 new merch lines that are fantastic, beautiful. You're going to love it. Please consider joining the Patreon group or the YouTube subscribe group, like I mentioned before. If not, and you're feeling generous, you want to send me a few bucks on PayPal or Venmo, I do appreciate it. It goes a long way. I've been getting demonetized on all my videos. So if you want to help me make some of that money back, send me $5 on Venmo, bro. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at the next one. This lady needs help. It's good. I saved that lady. You see me? Just making sure. But she didn't need my help either because she's a strong lady too. So it goes both ways. All right, let's go this way.
Do you think that if you died today, would you go to heaven or hell?
I definitely go to heaven.
You are Mr. Captain America, native Captain America. As a man, what are some really incredible traits and qualities that you have as a man?
I'm still kind of learning. You know, there's a lot that I'm kind of a late starter as far as learning how to.
But it sounds like you did so many great things with all your stone pebbles.
Yeah.
Do you feel like she really loved you, or she just used you for a green card?
Exactly. She used me for a green card. She got her 10-year green card after 3 years of marriage, and that was it. You know. Then she didn't want to do anything for me.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.